Hey, hi everyone.
Morning.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Three Veterans Tackle a Whippet. Just about, yeah. Guess what?
How are we?
Kaylee stood at the doorway laughing.
How are we, gentlemen?
Oh, I'm peachy. Just peachy, Gary. Yourself?
I'm very good. Yourself, Mikey?
All right, I just wondering why Kate stood at my window laughing.
It's just strange things like that. Maybe it's something to do with the really smelly fart you just did. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Here we are again. Another week has gone.
Oh dear, Kaylee.
Right then, we're going to do some three whippets. Three whippets. Three veterans.
Close the door, please. My God, what did I marry? Right. I love her honestly, though. Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, good evening to you, John.
Yeah.
It is evening-ish.
Yeah.
It's 7 p.m. in Australia right now. Well, Sydney. Sydney, I should say.
9 hours ahead.
Yeah. So, as usual, we're going to be working on our whippets. We've realised that we've missed some little details that needed doing. So we're going to be talking about them in a minute. John's going to be telling us all about the time he went to Telford and Hawaii and about all the times about how he got to play Maverick in the latest Top Gun and riding in fighter jets.
It's not all about me, you know, Mikey. But yeah, I'd forgotten I'd been to Telford, so thanks for reminding me.
But first, Gary's going to do his bit.
Oh,
ready?
Right. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Just a quick weekly plug for Friends of Models for Heroes, the IPMS registered online model club that supports the efforts, and we raise funds for Models for Heroes, the charitable organisation founded by Mr. Malcolm Childs, who does a lot of work for the mental health of veterans and members of the emergency services, as well as serving members of His Majesty's forces. I still struggle to say that because I'm used to saying the Her Majesty's forces, but there you go, that's another thing. We're an online club. We have an active Discord. We have a Facebook page, and we're trying to expand this year to double our numbers to try and reach 100 members. We have members from Australia, Mr. Marley, New Zealand, the Netherlands, and various other parts of the world. And really, that's it. The membership is £12 a year, which is less than the price of a cup of coffee, which is the analogy that everybody seems to use nowadays. Less than the price of a cup of coffee a month. We're trying to get the word out and help veterans and members of the emergency services and serving members as well. So that's it. Back to the studio. I do love seeing that.
It makes him feel important.
I am important.
So let's go through the comments. You two can feel free to start. I'll go through the comments.
Okay.
Before we start explaining what we're doing.
I've got to a few more minutes.
Hi, Boogalugs. Kay says, Pride Heart Rainbow Philly. What? Mushroom Square Flames Snowman.
I don't know what she puts on her cornflakes.
The problem is she's not slept.
Oh God, she's going to hit the wall soon, isn't she?
Yeah. Problem is she got an appointment this afternoon. I said hi, Mrs. C, because Kaylee's my wife. Friends Miles Ho says, morning, Kaylee.
And I still spelt it wrong.
You read it on the screen.
I had 5 attempts at getting that right.
It's not
Saying
enough
that, even the way she spelt it is wrong. She's Leigh.
Yeah, but she always uses Kaylee.
Jim says, morning all. Morning, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Gary says,
Sorry.
morning, Jim.
Jim,
I love how
Jim
all
is
these
our number
right
one
over Gary's
banner.
face.
Eh?
All these comments are right over Gary's face.
Yeah, every time. Story of my life.
Jim says, good morning. I've just done that. Oh, Chalky says, stand by your beds. Morning, Chalky. Oh,
Lovely boy.
look what Chalky did for me. Very
Oh.
cool leather bag to keep all my diabetes stuff in.
Is that a kangaroo scrotum?
No,
good
it's
job,
Scottish. It's
Chalky.
a haggis scrotum.
Ah,
I thought it was
The
his
wild
full
haggis.
face imp mask.
It is excellent, though. It's really good.
That's nice.
It comes
That's
with
nice,
carabiner
Chalky.
on it.
Very
Yeah.
good.
very good job.
Nice
I really
one, Chalky.
appreciate it, mate.
Yeah,
I've got a bottle
thank
of
you.
water, flapjack, and diabetes testing kit in there.
But hey,
So plenty of space and it's strong enough to carry 500 ml of water. So it's excellent. Thank
as
you.
opposed to mine, which has a bottle of gin,
A barrel of pale ale.
yeah, an IPA, bottle of IPA.
Yeah, Gary has a perfect. What is it?
Perfect draft machine.
Yeah, perfect draft machine wide into his boot of his car.
Yeah. Morning,
But
number one
on
daughter.
sunny days at the supermarket, he can sit at the back of the car and have a beer.
Yeah.
Like an American.
Yes.
Kerry says, morning. Morning, Kerry.
Morning.
Number one daughter. And recently promoted events manager at the local
Ooh.
church.
Oh,
Ooh.
very good.
And singer.
And singer. Singist.
Songist
Well done,
person. AD says, don't worry, I made it, chaps. Excellent,
Morning,
AD. Glad to
Otis.
have you with us. Jim says, the three wise men are here. Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh,
Chalky says, Jim, morning, buddy. Jim says, morning, Chalky. Biff says, thought I'd pop in and say hi. Heading out in a minute for physio. Hopefully better luck this time. Yeah. Good luck with that. Hopefully it'll help you back. Jim says, Kerry, morning. Kerry says, is your tank finished yet, John?
I'm out of here. No.
And you know what? I never put her up to that.
Kerry says, morning, Jim. Squarish says, good morning, all, which is James from Tag. We do Tuesday D&D game together.
Oh, morning, James.
We
Welcome.
have a lot of fun doing investigation games.
Welcome.
That reminds me, Simon, the games master, whenever in hours, because it's a lot of investigation, it's police type stuff. He always goes, murder, murder, murder.
There's been a murder.
Murder.
Awesome. Jim says, morning, Tiff. Chalky says, Tiff, hiya, hen, good luck today. AD says, and we have members in Telford. Not sure if you've been there, John.
That's the second time I've been reminded I've been to Telford. Thank you.
Kaylee says, hi. Hi, Kaylee. She says, I'm not tired. Well, you will be, love.
You will be.
Yeah. And you feel and all that. And Tiff says, morning, Jim. Morning, Jokey. Jim says, how are you doing since the accident? No ill effects. Oh, that's AD, isn't it? Yeah. How are you, AD? After your little bump.
Yeah. Hope you're all recovered.
That was rather unfortunate.
Oh, I hadn't heard what happened there.
Somebody went and took out the back end of his car.
Oh, no.
He was on the way out for a day out. He's worked 12, I think it's 12 days straight. And they've gone for a day out and somebody's took the back end of their car out.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
Or the back quarter of the car out, anyway. Chucky says, Birdie, I'm glad you like your bag, my friend. I do. I love it, mate. It's very handy. Thank you. I'll be keeping it in the car when I go out. Jim says, Squarish, good morning. AD says, Jim, hospitals have said got very bad muscle damage and think I've ruptured a disc. Oh, painful.
Shit.
That's not going to do your bodybuilding any good or your dock work.
No.
You're not going to be able to pull any ships into dock with the bad back. Just so you found a job you love as well. Sorry to hear that, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jake says, hello, Jakey.
Hello, Jakey.
Hello, Jake.
How are you doing, lad?
I mean,
It's nice to meet you yesterday.
Hello, Jake.
How's your
Hello,
legs
Jakey.
today, Jake?
After you broke your granddad's lawnmower.
No, it wasn't. He broke his own lawnmower.
Ah.
Wasn't mine. Our lawnmower was already broken.
You made sure of that before you got there. Jim says, 80, oh my, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, mate. Feel better soon. My sympathies. Well, we're skipping ahead. Hang on. 80, just sit on the dock of the bay and supervise. That's it. 80 says, don't worry. We'll still be crawling back to work today. Now, be careful, mate, because back injuries are not something you want to aggravate because they won't heal properly.
No.
Hope you're better soon.
Yeah, that's bad for that.
Jake says his legs hurt, but he's good. Good man.
Good lad.
So, me and Gary were talking before we came online.
Right.
And we realised that, one, some of the Whippets that have the red and white ARF under there, some have them there, and some don't have them at all.
Yeah.
Okay. We also noticed, or I've remembered.
Let's zoom in on you while you're doing this, Mikey.
Zoom in on me?
Yeah, so you're showing us the tank. Let's have a look at the tank.
Let me focus it. There we go. Right. You want to see my ugly mug? Oh, nearly press remove. Right, so if you look here where you got the vision slits,
you
actually have horizontal and vertical black lines all around there. And the idea of it was to confuse the enemy when they were sniping.
Yeah.
So they couldn't tell which one was the vision slit. But none of us have put them on either.
It's not finished yet.
Chugga. Oh, right. Gary, time to do your technical bit.
Fascinating technology.
And the really technical bit.
Ooh, he's getting clever now. Steady on, Gary. Nice to meet you too, Jake says. Oh, what a nice young man.
He is a nice young man.
Let's change that back.
Even though he got his butt kicked by a Deathclaw in Fallout 4 yesterday.
Oh.
And he screamed like a girl.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've not met a Deathclaw? Oh, you haven't lived.
No.
He screamed like a girl.
Oh, there's been an update. Oh, I turned on Fallout 76 earlier today, and there was I think it's an 80 gig update for it. So it's got a new, I guess the game is 1/5 larger. They put a new sort of section in. So that'll all be interesting.
Well, please, Jake, because he plays Fallout 76.
Does he?
Here's a good question from Jim. Is the Whippet suspension meant to be workable?
Not on my model, it's not.
I don't believe these had
suspension. Correct, it didn't. What it did was rock like that.
Yeah.
It had a flat in the middle, but most of the time it'd go up and down like that. Which you can imagine made me very seasick.
Those yeah. So these are the axles for the bottom rollers, and these round ones here. That collection of 3, 4, 5, 6 had bearing rollers in it, which they're the ones that mainly contacted the ground, which is why these were so much faster than if they were just standard sort of like greased bearings and axles. But no, the wheels do not move at all. There's no give in these. I think they would have been a very difficult ride. A bit like being in a Chinese car these days.
The ones that burst into flames, you mean?
That's
Yeah.
upset all of our Chinese viewers.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about, these vision slits here.
Yeah,
You look, they've got the vertical and horizontal black lines.
that's right.
There's a vision slit. There's a vision slit. But what they put them on because what they found is with the Mark 1 and the Mark 4 tanks was German snipers would look for the dark patches where the vision slits were, and they would aim for them and try and kill the crew inside.
Yeah.
So they started painting them on.
Oh, I've knocked a grab handle off.
They learned a lot of lessons from Mark 1 and Mark 4s. And to some degree the Mark 2s, but to a lesser degree because they weren't used particularly much. Kerry, John should know Jim has finished it. And Black Hat Scale Models is in. Good evening, gents. Those whippets have come along nicely. Thank you, Black Hat.
Oh, cheers.
Morning, Black Hat.
Oh, I won't be up to his standard. I've been looking at what he's done lately. Oh, cripes. Very good.
Trains Kit, etc. says, as a member of the CCP, I am offended. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's all right. I thought we were already banned in certain parts of I guess North Taiwan.
Contrary to
There you go.
popular belief, it is okay to be offended. You have no right not to be offended.
Yeah.
There we go.
So what have you been doing this? Are we still on comments?
Kind of. Train Kits puts a laughing face. He's got a wicked sense of humour. Black Hat says, don't talk me up too much, John. All right. We won't.
Oh no. So
I like that. You give us a shout out. How awesome was that?
so if Black Cat won't blow his trumpet, I will. This is a post of his on the Facebook. A post of his on the Facebooks. Lunchtime day 3 at the Model Hobby Expo in Melbourne, Australia. Been fortunate enough to receive 3rd place and 2 commendations from his entries. I've got to say, they are wonderful. So this is going out live. I hope you don't mind, but there we go. There we go. So that's his stuff there.
Very
The T34. What else we got? I have to turn this around. It's an E60, ALS FA, and a Panzer 1. Oh, that's gorgeous. Do love that. Yeah, very, very nice. Very good. So yeah, well done. Congratulations. My twin brother Paul was down there, but you wouldn't have been looking for him, I would imagine. But
they can't exactly miss him. He looks like you.
he does look like me.
And you have very white hair. You kind of stand out like a racer around going around the room very slowly.
Yeah.
White tracer.
White tracer, yeah. Well, yeah, it's naturally sort of dark black. I just dye it white to look more interesting.
Like Steve Martin.
Like Steve Martin. Yeah.
Jim says, train kits, etc. Good morning.
Nothing wrong with train kits.
Black Hat Scale Models. Happy for you to share, mate.
Oh, wonderful. Too late anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
Corky says, nice work at Black Hat.
Beautiful. You know, really, really, yeah. Yeah, they're beautiful builds.
So, question for
yes.
you, John.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I have a question for you.
No, I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Shut up, you weirdo.
Oh.
Let me finish. I've never used these masks before.
Right. Yep.
So, how do I do them?
You do them. Let me get the instructions out here. All right. So audience, what we're talking about are these things, a set from DN Models. So I bought this for paint masks set for Whippet, and there's lots of variation in there. So I sent the other 2 gents picked what they wanted, and I sent those to him. So as you could probably see in the middle, I've got a terrible shadow problem with my lights here and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my stencil there for Go Like Al. I had put it too far to the left last week, so I'm redoing it now. So it's simply, as you could see it there, the best way to transfer it off the backing sheet onto the model is put, say, a Tamiya tape or some such thing over the whole thing. And then move it across, stick it on, and that way it'll all sort of stay together. These ones, though, they're not as complicated as some other smaller, so aviation ones or whatever. They tend to be just big numbers here.
Yeah.
But for instance, if you've got the German cross there, God, that shadow is awful. If you move that across, you've got the inner and the outer. You'll mismatch them, misalign them if you do them separately. If you put tape over the lot, then transfer it as a whole, remove the tape, they'll be in place in relation to each other, and then you can weed out the bit you need to there, whether it be the center for the black or the surround for the white in that case. But simply, take it off, put it down. And what I would do before you go spraying is just get.
I'm going to brush it because I can't bother getting my spray stuff back out.
Yep,
I just put it
sure. But I would get a probably a cotton bud or a Q-tip for Jim, and give it a run around the edges and stuff like that. You only have to really worry about where you're painting because paint won't leach through this stuff. It's really good, really flexible, really thin. I think you'll be fine. They're very, very easy and they're reusable as well. So if you do buy some of these, say insignia markings for, let's say a Spitfire, you can use it maybe about 5, 6, 7 times or so.
Yeah.
So they can be value for money that way.
Yeah. Cool.
I think you'll be fine.
Mr. Mayfield's in the house. He says, "Good morning, gentle peeps and Gary."
Good morning, Mr. Mayfield. The mad professor.
Hi, John. Yeah.
Jim says, "Good morning, John." Mayfield, not Marley. It's not all about you, John.
No, it's not all about me. Certainly not.
Chalky says, "John, that's going to be on your gravestone. It's not finished."
No, maybe on the gravestone I'll have. Oh, I'm finished now.
I'm not finished yet.
Yeah, I'm not bloody finished yet.
I'm calling this done.
Yeah. Just about done. Jim puts Chalky laughing. Black Cat puts, "John, you can also use Cry-Cut or other brands transfer tape, and it is transparent, which helps when placing the mask."
Yes.
Excellent point.
Very good. Is it Cry-Cut or Cricket? I actually don't know. So what do you say? Type it phonetically for it. Please,
I say
Black
cameo, solid silhouette cameo.
I'm Welsh, so I'm not even used to seeing words with single letters.
Did you know? Here's a fun fact about Hawaii. There's 13. There's only 13 letters in the Polynesian alphabet, right? Including one that looks like an inverted comma. So the word aloha has more than a third of their entire alphabet in it. That's a fun fact for you.
There you go.
Ooh,
how we got to Hawaii from Wales?
Oh, did I mention I've been to Hawaii?
He's been to Wales as well.
Oh, I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah, he's like a bad rash. He gets everywhere.
Like a song.
He's like an infection. He's like an STD. He gets everywhere.
Herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, herpes is for life, people.
Not just for Christmas.
So is John.
Anyway, as I was saying before,
Yeah.
what have we been working on this week other than our Whippets? John?
All right. I've got 2 things on the go apart from the Whippet, so showing them now in no particular order. The models, Friends of Models for Heroes, the members, some of us are building a buddy build of B17, so any scale, any brand, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm doing the Matchbox one, and it's in a great number of pieces at the moment, but it's starting to come together in that, like the Bomb Bay is finished. In fact, we'll take the wings off. The
That
fuselage
almost
isn't
sounded
stuck
musical.
together yet.
The Bombay.
So, so the interior is pretty much good to go. What I need to do, I had painted the. Oh, I could reach. Yeah, I'll just reach over here. Yeah. Okay, so I had to, before you can close the fuselage halves, you need to drop the ball turret in because the surround for it, the mounting bracket, apparently is too wide for the hole. So it says in instructions, fit it before the bottom hole is on. So they're painted, and that's it there. And as you see, I'm not doing a silver one. I'm going for the olive drab and neutral grey underneath. So that's a close up of my balls, and um, you'll see Mikey not white. So there's that. And the other one, bending down, is the Qatari Spitfire is coming together. 32nd scale Spitfire. So what happens next is, well, I've got all the seats in and the cockpit is all sorted. I've got the fuel tank to drop in. In fact, that's it there. Before I do that, I need to put on the combiner glass for the gun sight. And a couple of decals on the front there, and then it just simply go around putting on the, the wings are ready. I've just painted the bits that will be silver, which is just that. But I tell you, every time I put two pieces together on this, I am amazed by the fit. It's just a beautiful kit, it really is.
Cool.
Case in point, just the wing fillet, for instance. When that goes on, it's just there's no gap at all. It's just really nice. So loving this build.
My problem is it's 1/32. It's too big.
Yeah, it is big. I don't think. Oh no, I had built a Spitfire and a Mustang in 1/32 scale, but that would be late 80s, I would say. That's probably the last one I've done. But yeah, they're my two things coming together, and yeah, they're both. In fact, the Airfix kit, I can't really find fault with that so far. It's a nice kit, nice, satisfying. There's no build issues whatsoever.
Cool.
So yay. What about you, Gary? What have you been working on the side?
Well, this week I've got much excuse me, much akin to you. I've got several builds on the go. Other than the Whippet, I have my 1/72
Waka Waka.
which you can't really see because the bloody names are all over the screen again. So this isn't fitted yet. That went into paint yesterday. So that's coming along. That'll be finished very, very soon. I also, shameless plug, put a video out yesterday morning very quickly. So quickly I didn't even edit it. I just went bang and it went straight out. I've got an old F-16 kit, a kinetic kit, which I really wasn't enjoying building.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it back in the box. And I put a video out yesterday about possibly reopening the box, doing a re-unboxing and carrying on with it. And yesterday afternoon I started. So I managed to get all I managed to do. This was all done before. All the cockpit was done. All this section was done. I've managed to get the undercarriage legs in, the rear undercarriage legs in. That's all painted up. Sorry, that's all painted up in there. Repaired the nose wheel strut because that was broken, which is going to be a weak point for when it stands on its gear. And then I'm going to try and salvage it and see if I can make something out of it. And I'm hoping, if I remember, and this sounds ridiculous, to do some video of the build. Just really so I can get it finished. And apart from that, that's it. The Zero is still on the back burner. That's coming out to play on Saturday, the 1/18th Agora Zero, because I've got to get that finished for Telford so we can have a mass zero display on the Models for Heroes table. But no, that's it. What about you, Mikey? What have you been doing this week?
At the minute, I'm going to go through the comments first because we've got quite a few coming.
Okay.
So we'll come off Gary's arms. There you go. Mayfield says, I'm at my local Veterans Hub and I'm just about to start a Tamir 148 Elephant. It'll have aftermarket Zimrit added as well. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nanny the Elephant back to drunk.
Yes, we were singing that yesterday.
I've never heard of it.
Kerry said, thanks, John. That's Jake's learning for the day.
What, the Hawaiian alphabet?
Jake says, that is my geography done. Thanks, boys. You're welcome, Jakey. Chalky says, Bearded, you know you have to buy a vowel in Wales. Do you know there are actually vowels? It's stuff like the letter Y is a vowel and things like that.
Yeah, but it's a consonant that'll kill you.
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, like double L, you know, you say double L and you have to go and have a drink.
Yeah. Or,
power.
You know, very few people in Wales actually say the longest Welsh name. They just call it Llanfair PG.
Yeah.
Can't say I blame them.
Now, look, I'll have a go at saying that, but I'll probably be very wrong. But let's try that.
John, shut the fuck up.
You did it.
Wait for the comments, then do it.
I've done it now. I'm finished.
Yeah, when I'm talking over you, you've done it. Yeah, wonderful. Why don't you type it into the chat so that we can all say it? I want to hear Gary, an Englishman, say it. Jim says, John Marley, if you had an old school suitcase with travel stickers, you would have Telford and Hawaii on there.
Just two. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I showed John a picture of the John Marley.
Oh, sorry. He's going through the comments.
Sorry.
Black Cat says, ooh, Qatari Spitfire, sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you joking, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Don't cry. Kerry says, Jake, stop laughing at the innuendos. Chalky says, wow, we got to balls early.
Yeah. It didn't take long to get them out, eh?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Did you just say what I think you said?
I heard the words, it didn't take long to get them out.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Jim says, Mayfield, have you tried applying Zimrit by hand? I did that to a 35th scale elephant and liked the result very much. Oh, I'm not sure the elephant would be very happy about you doing that.
Yeah, they never forget, apparently.
Yeah. An armoured elephant. An anti-magnetic elephant.
The Indian Air Force turned their helicopters into elephants, didn't they? I saw a picture of that this morning.
Yeah.
They're actually hovering and they look like elephants.
Yeah. To confuse the enemy.
Confuse the bloody elephants.
Yeah. Tiffany says he's a teen Kerry. It's a job to laugh at innuendos. What does that say about Gary then? He's old enough to be my dad.
As you keep reminding us.
Mayfield says, Jim, yes I have. I put it on a 148 Panther and that did as cuckoo. Okay. Kay says, Tiff, everything is funny or rude. True. Chalky says, Bearded Vet, could you imagine me getting pulled over and they ask me where I'm going? So, John, you haven't put it in the chat.
Right. Oh, let me put it in the chat. Oh, geez, that got to be typing till Christmas.
Well, no, I can copy paste. It's okay. Yeah, I can't wait to hear Gary trying to say it.
You won't.
Don't be a spoil sport. Give it a try. I won't take the piss out of you.
Much.
Yeah. Tiff says he's a boy, he'd find a carrot funny or rude. True.
No, carrot. Looks like no. All right. A weirdly shaped carrot.
I have to be honest, when I'm saying it, I have to break it down, that word. Jim says, Mayfield, very good. I like the random and sloppy look of a hand-applied Zimmer. It has a more authentic appearance than almost anything aftermarket. Which is true, because stuff like that was generally applied by hand. Generally speaking. Oh, first time.
You done it yet, John?
It's taking this long just to copy and paste the one word.
I'm going to say, he was only copy and pasting.
No, but I was doing it on the iPhone, and I thought, oh, Jesus, I'm not on the iPhone, so I had to move across to the Chromebook because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, Gary stuffs in, Mr. Gary Evans. This is an awkward moment to join the conversation. Oddly shaped carrots.
Morning, Gary. Professional
Hello,
model
Gary.
maker in the house. Oh, my God.
Yeah. British modelling legend. Girl modelling legend, that is.
Yeah.
And
Chalky says,
genuinely
weirdly
nice
shaped
guy.
anything makes me laugh.
Oh, cripes.
Jim says, vegetables that come in a rude and amusing shape. Quite.
Oh,
John, you
What's wrong with
sound
you,
like
John?
you're having a bit of a mare, mate.
no, I'm just trying to think. Bron told me yesterday that you. I'm trying to. What? Is it? No, it's not cucumbers. There's something you don't call. Yeah, eggplant is, aubergine, that sort of stuff. But apparently, you have a name for a common vegetable that nobody else uses. Zucchini, is that it?
We don't use the word zucchini. We have
So
courgette.
Courgette. There you go. Is it? Yeah, that's so weird. I learned something yesterday. Control copy. So
It's weird that one of the oldest languages in the world doesn't use. I'm joking. English isn't even that old. Modern English certainly isn't. Welsh, on the other hand, is a very old language. There you go. Thank you, Kerry. See, Kerry can do it quickly.
she beat me by 1 second.
Must be an age thing.
Thank you, Kerry. No, it's not an age thing. It's just as I said, I spent half the time doing on this and then thought, oh, God, it's the wrong screen. And I can't just flick it across. If I could, if it was an Apple, just AirDrop or whatever, but grr. Anywho, I have decided to paint the engine cover in the red and the white, just because, for two reasons.
Are you ready, Gary?
Right. Lanfair Pwyl Gwyn Nigi Lagogri Chwal Randa Rob Willie Ant Silly O Go 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 Go.
Kerry, he's had another stroke.
And John?
Yeah, I'll get it wrong, but yeah. Llanfair Pwyl Gwyn Gilgo Gericwindrob Slanta Silio Go Go Go.
That's actually not bad. Pretty damn
Screen's
close.
covered in phlegm.
I know, I just need to have a drink.
Llanfair Pwyl Gwyn Gwyllgo Gerrig Drobwch Llantysilio Go Go Go. There you go.
There you go, that's good.
There you go.
Yeah. Fortunately, I've got some IPA on hand, so I'll have a sip of that.
When you're Welsh, you grow up learning how to not use your phlegm to pronounce Welsh words.
Yeah, because you black out. I'll tell you what, I dropped a friend off at a cortisone injection in his spine. So I was down at down Lake Macquarie, just a little bit south of us. I'm trying to think. Toronto, or Toronto, I guess you'd call it. I've been to Toronto, but just that one. Anyway. Yes. I'm finished now, Kerry.
Unlike the tank.
So I found this shop, Wooden Chip Boutique. Oh, I was so excited. But it's a bloody clothes shop. So, imagine my disappointment. I literally, I had, there was deflection. Tell you what,
Like
this is a photo I took earlier for Jim.
Mhm.
All them Tim Tams.
Yeah, all the different varieties of flavours and stuff. Oh, and they're all half price this week too. Hooray!
Kay says, "Behave, the lot of you." We are behaving.
I haven't done anything.
Kerry says, "Dad, crawl to the chair. You'll be fine."
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that story? When I had my first stroke, I was led on the kitchen floor, and my wife made me crawl to my chair.
Well, why wouldn't she?
She just left me there.
Go on, Gary. You can do it. Go on.
I was saying earlier. Sorry. That Go Like Hell. The scheme for this isn't in these this kit instructions, but it's on the the stencil sets. I'm going with that, but I didn't particularly like or think that the top engine cover red and white. I didn't know if that was factual or whatever, but my good friend and yours, the bearded veteran, found a picture for me and sent it via the medium of socials. Oh well,
Yeah.
chat or whatever. Of Go Like Hell.
It's a cool picture. Actually.
Yeah, in there. So it's that one there. You can probably see it's got Go Like Hell written on the fuel tank at the front there, and it does have the red and white over the engine cover. So I am going to paint it up that way, just because it could be different. But that's not a diorama idea. I cannot be bothered painting that many figures.
Why not?
I know, disappointing. But well, let's see. I'm going to have to. It'll have to be 4 different Whippets and 3 Mark whatever tanks, probably 4.
That's right. You got a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's only taking you 20 hours to do this one.
Well, if I put the phone down and just moved across, actually, what I am going to do is move across to the spray booth. So I'm going to kill the camera while I do that. Yeah. So I'll stay on audio, but I'll kill the camera just while I move.
Okay. Chucky says, my dyslexia has gone crazy. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Most of us can't spell anyway. Mr. Skelly's in. He said, "Good morning, folks. Are
Morning,
we all
Mr.
well?"
Skelly.
Morning, Skelly. Pardon me. Was that a cup of tea? No, it's not a cup of tea. It's a cup of coffee. I like my coffee milky. It's a very large cup of coffee because it's in a Sports Direct mug. Not that I'm promoting Sports Direct. It was just a freebie when I bought a t-shirt. Jim, Tim Tams makes me want some. Got to get over to my local grocery store. John has killed his camera.
Yep.
Yeah, he's moving to the booth.
Yes, people don't want to see his fat ass moving across the screen. Jim said, "Yes, I know my fan wants to talk." Skelly says, "Good morning, Dave." No, Jim says, "Good morning, Dave."
I was going to say,
get your brain in gear. Right. So, I've managed to get the transfer on for the Caesar 2 mask. It was a bit of a pain because you got the little gap, inside the A and the R. They didn't come off with the mask.
No, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, so I've had to put them on separately, which is really difficult when I can't actually see the blue things very well. Well, I think I've got it now.
Is it time, do you think, to plug our new show?
Ooh, yes, we can. We can. Who wants to do it?
Sorry, to do what? Sorry?
Plug our new show.
You carry on working. We'll be here all week if we wait for you. So.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
That's right. You carry on straight, mate. Me. Carry on.
So starting on Monday, which I believe is the 17th of...
Do you want to do a technical bit? Oh, bogies.
Go back.
Starting on Monday, which is, I believe, the 17th of of June.
2
o'clock, we are going live with our new show in a different format. It will be a sort of modelling round table where you can join us live if you wish. We will be just modelling. We won't be doing the Whippets. We'll be doing just general modelling, talking like we normally do, and just having a chat. Maybe some modelling related chat in there. But if you want to come along and join us, we are limited to spaces. Is it? How many can we have on, Mikey?
6.
6.
Well, us 3 and 3.
Yeah. So the 3 veterans plus 3 others, and
But we can always rotate them.
Yeah, we can rotate people in and out of the green room should we need to. So if anyone wants to join us, please do. That will run probably till about 4 o'clock our UK time.
John, stop!
What's the matter?
You not hear it?
Eh?
Can you not hear it?
Hear what?
Never mind. You can't hear it. You can't hear it.
Oh, so it's not the spray booth that's annoying. What were you doing on screen?
So Monday, 2 o'clock, live on YouTube. 3 veterans and guests.
Yeah.
So be there or be somewhere else.
You too can be a guest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, I go back to me Whippet now.
Bing. Look at John. How cool does he look at night with no lights on? How cool does he look in the dark?
Unfortunately, my hair glows in the dark.
Oh, that'd be so cool if you put some glow in the dark paint on your hair. That'd look awesome when you're doing your spraying and stuff.
Just give him half an hour. I'm sure he'll be shaking some sort of paint that he'll get everywhere.
Oh, did you not see it yesterday, Gary?
What?
He's showing us. He's got another paint that I think it's aluminium one that's in a glass bottle with a metal stir.
Oh dear, that's got disaster written all over it.
Oh yes.
Oh, I've just weathered the bit I've got to paint later. Silly boy.
Tiff says, right, off to get the bus, love y'all. Bye, Tiff. Good luck.
See you, Modman. Hope it all goes well.
You didn't see, that's another thing you didn't see yesterday, guys. we actually got Mick to start saying,
yeah,
Captain, love you.
Yeah. Mr. Wilson actually
Roll Britannia.
Quoting Roll Britannia.
Skelly says, Jim, good morning, young man.
Young man.
Young man.
Young man.
I should actually say what men should do is men should give you more hooks and grab handles for the amount you knock off.
Mm-hmm. Great.
At your age, you got plenty of grab handles.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
No. It's in the chat, so it'll come up eventually.
Jim says, hope all goes well, Tiffany. Safe travels to you. Oh, Carry on says, I want to be a guest. I have stories about Dad. Ha 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 ha.
Right, now I can say, Mike, Carrie Ann, you haven't got time to be a guest anymore. Now you're
famous in churching circles.
Now you're in the upper echelons of the Lighthouse Church.
Jim
Events
says,
manager.
Did anyone see Pete Oxley's tribute to the late Sharky Ward? The man had quite a life and military career.
He was a no. I didn't see that.
No.
I do know. I've never met Sharky Ward, but I do know of him.
Chip. Chalky said, "See you, Tiff." Chimp. That's because I'm used to reading out
Chalky a chimp.
Well, no, because I'm so used to reading out Jim because he comments so much. That's saying Chim. Chim, as in
Chim.
CHIM. Yeah. Kerry says, joking, I don't need to be. Yes, you do, because we need to
Yeah,
meet
you
you and
do.
say hello.
Yeah.
Jake says, I will also have stories about Pops.
Ah, lovely.
You can definitely come on for a bit if you want, Jakey. It would be a pleasure to have you on board.
I'm so glad I decided to do this oil weathering. Never done it before in my life.
Never done what? Oh, oils?
Oils, the dot filtering thing that you do
Yeah.
with, and it really has made my little Whippet look less boring.
I believe in you.
You can do it, Miss Gagarin.
I'm a real boy.
You do that far too well.
My mind's doing sort of somersaults trying to think up what dirt Jake could dish up on me.
Uh-huh.
Probably a lot. They can't be that much in 13 years, 14 years.
Oh. Thing is, back to the conversation we were having about elephants earlier, Jake never forgets. Unlike me, I forget everything.
Oh, and also in other news, to our the audience who may or may not know, our very good friend James Skiffins has been, well, as they say in the UK, poorly lately. He's been in hospital for weeks. He had a successful triple bypass a couple of days ago, and
he ended up back in A&E.
Yeah.
The day after he was discharged.
Why?
I don't know. Malcolm, I think it was either Malcolm or Steph at the time.
Oh, I hope he's all right.
Yeah. I'm sure we would have heard if he wasn't.
Yeah. But he's kept his wonderful sense of humour all the way through this. I mean, he's doing very well. I'm very glad. I for one am thrilled that he's still with us.
Yeah. He's a good man, is James.
Yeah.
He is. He is.
He's not even a veteran, and yet he fits in like one. And he cares a lot about veterans as well.
He does a lot for Models for Heroes. So
yeah, man. Raises thousands of pounds every year for him.
I'm so sorry to hear he's ended up back in A&E.
Yeah. Steve T says, "Hello, guys. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Okay, Chim. There's a Freudian slip if ever I heard one." Squarish says, "I'd have to go diving through my old moving boxes to dig out my 40k stuff I've never finished." Ooh, interesting.
Now,
in fact,
the glorious bearded one is 40k now.
Well, this is what made me think of it then, because James, to be on Tagged, has to be a veteran. So if he joined Moz, if he got referred to Moz for Heroes, he could actually join in with the gloriously bearded ones of Warhammer Zoom sessions.
Yeah.
If he wanted to.
Yeah.
And if he joined Friends of Moz for Heroes, he would be able to join in Zoom sessions on Discord with us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And he'd get to meet the gloriously bearded Rory.
Yes, gloriously bearded Rory.
And Jake says, "Did you just call me an elephant? I know I'm chunky, but I'm just cuddly." Oh, that's so sweet. How dare you call your grandson an elephant?
Yeah.
You should hear what he calls me.
You bastard. You swine.
He's absolute
cad.
Yes. I have to be careful because I've been told on one of my videos, I've been told that swearing is a sign of lower intelligence and that I need to be more educated so that I can use more eloquent words.
Yes, well,
Yeah, but it's good fun.
Yes. It's not a matter of education, it's a matter of choice. A matter of having fun and a laugh.
It's entertainment.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be
You don't
true
like
to
swearing?
myself. I wouldn't be true to myself if I put on airs and graces. So
Exactly. We're squaddies. We're ex-squaddies. Well, you two aren't. You two are ex-airmen.
aviators are
Whatever,
called now.
little airmen.
They're called aviators now.
Oh,
Yeah.
over there as well?
Yeah,
Bloody hell. So did you guys follow our lead?
must have done because it was airmen all the time I
It
was
was
in.
airmen until soon after I got out, they changed it to aviators, which is pathetic.
I'm proud because my corps has refused to do it. My corps has refused to change our rank from craftsman to craftsperson.
Well, you see, we still have AC and ACW and LACW, so leading aircraft woman and aircraft woman. See, we have different rank structure for the enlisted compared to the RAF because you've got, I think, senior airmen, and you've got
Oh, it's all
one.
changed, mate. I've
Got
no
two
idea
blade
what it
props
is
and
now.
3 blade props and 4 blade props, and senior airmen and all that. Yeah, we just go from AC
To be
to
fair, though,
LAC
John.
to corporal to sergeant. But
To be fair,
yeah,
though, John, if you have senior aircraft woman, that's the whole branch of that air force. That's not one person. That's the whole branch. It's one woman.
but it sort of goes the other way. So to make it easy for the admin side of things, that they used to have, like if you're a guy, you'd have LAC whatever, and if you're a lady, you'd have LACW, right?
Yeah.
But to make it easy now, if you're an LAC regardless of sex, and your name is LAC/LACW. Oh no, LAC/W. So all the men then have women in their rank, if that makes sense. Which is sort of like I avoided that because they brought that change in after I was through that rank and into corporal and sergeant and yada yada. But the whole thing's a bit ridiculous because like my boss was saying, oh yeah, they brought this in. I support them being called aviators because it's non-sexist. And I said, well, it is sexist. Oh no, it's not because you could be a man or a woman. I said, no. The thing is, early on, say if you're a female aviator, then you're known as an aviatrix. What? I've never heard that word. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know, because you don't pay attention to history and all that stuff like that. But I said, it's just a stupid idea. But they did it, and I don't care anymore because I'm not in anymore. But every time I hear somebody say aviators, my eyes roll. I can't help it. I think it's just pathetic.
Yeah. You see, to me, when I was in, we had aircraftsmen, then the corporal sergeants, flight sergeants, warrant officers, what have you. An aviator would have been a pilot or aircrew.
A pair of sunglasses when I was in.
To me, an aviator would be someone who actually, flies.
Yeah, aircrew.
Chalky says, "Get well soon, James."
Yeah.
Gary Evans says, James is top bloke. Wish him a speedy recovery. Veteran or not, he's our brother. He sure is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Jim says, great news, Mr. Skiffins. Squarish says, sounds interesting. I'll have to look into it. Drop me a line on Discord, James, and I will gladly tell you about it. I'll message you about it and how to get involved and stuff. In fact, we have a banner for the Friends of Moles here as well. Boop. There we go. Boop.
So
if you
that's fun.
That or
it's too dark, but the top of the engine bay here is exactly 60 millimeters. So it's quite easy to work out how to divide that into thirds.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to ask Siri this time around.
Don't start that again. I had enough of AI yesterday.
Yeah.
Jim says, you impotent swine. And Jake says, shut up, Dory. Okay, Dory.
There you go.
Chalky says, I say bollocks to intelligence. Let's have fun. Absolutely.
Bollocks.
Back to balls again.
Back to balls again.
Yeah,
Well, it
why
does
do
say
you
like
guys-
because in the upcoming thing for the 3 vets, you've got the word bollocks. I think we talk bollocks, so we do. I made sure we did it within 5 minutes.
I think
Yes.
it
Yeah, but you
actually-
can't do it in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
otherwise
the rule. You get told off by
YouTube
God.
tells you off. You get a visit from the YouTube police.
Yeah. Skelly says the RAF doesn't have 4-blade props anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got jet engines now. Mhm.
I'm actually at a loss to what the rank system is now.
Kerry says 100% with you, Chalky. Gary Stuff says non-commissioned rank starts at Air Specialist 2, then AS1 and AS1 Tech.
Oh,
In the Irish regiment, there is also a Lance Corporal, then a Corporal, as before. Yeah, see, this is the thing.
so
With the Army's pretty much, rank structure is pretty much gender neutral anyway. The only difference being is some of the names for a private soldier. So you got private, you got sapper, you got craftsman, things like that. But yeah, it's a matter of pride when it comes to regiments. Even for the ladies, it's a matter of pride. So.
Oh, what
because
is?
they've had to earn that name, title.
I was proud to serve, but by the end, they did everything they could to just annoy me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, it was awful.
Yeah, it's like if you start Air Specialist 2, everyone in the Air Force is going to have gone through Air Specialist 2. But not everyone in the Army is going to have been a sapper or a craftsman.
No.
Because they're trades, specialisms.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you very much.
Kerry said, I saw that, Mike. You switched to an old comment. Yes, I did. It's a very useful comment, Kerry. I might have to put that as a banner, actually. I might do that in a second. Jim says, when I'm at the modelling bench, the naughty words are flying fast and furious. Good thing no one is around.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's the worst thing? You keep it all pent up inside, and then it has a negative effect on you.
Yes. Pencil rage does no good. Steve T says, parcel has just arrived. Golden tip, guys. Don't browse eBay for bargains at 3 a.m. Absolutely.
So did you, when you opened it, did you know everything that was in it before you opened it, or did you go, I have no idea what this is?
Yeah, did you buy a mystery box?
Just
Mystery
a
box,
message,
Nick.
yeah. Just a message for Mr. Malcolm Childs. Not only have I painted the underside of this tank, I'm weathering the underside of this tank.
Ooh. Controversial.
Yeah.
Jim says, Steve, eBay can be addictive. Addictive, yes.
Not as addictive. Go on.
Go on.
Not as addictive as that famous Chinese online superstore.
Yes, the one that we're not allowed to mention the name of in front of Marion. Gary Stuff says, gender neutral with all those privates. I'll get my coats.
Oh,
comment of the day.
That's great.
Comment of the day.
Yes. Jim says, Gary Stuff, haha. Steve says, indeed it can, Jim. Kerry says, Gary Stuff, ha 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 ha. Chalky says, John, don't worry, mate. I made the military pay every day for being a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Steve T, I knew what it was, but it was a kit I'd normally not even look at. A Meng armored bull. Ooh, is it the D9R?
Oh, I want to do the D9R.
I want a D9R. They look so cool.
Yeah. Malcolm
awesome,
Childs has built one, and he's put electrics in it and everything. It looks so good.
It does.
Never would I think I would get excited over a bulldozer.
I know.
God, we're over an hour in
Really?
Already?
already.
Okay. Let's see.
Marion's back from walking Benji. Brought me a cup of coffee. Oh, she's here. Don't mention AliExpress. Thought you were going for a shower.
Gary, we don't need to know your wife's going for a shower.
No, see, the whole world don't need to know. At least one of us has one, though.
Shocking.
Well, you pick on me, pick on you.
Everyone picks on me. Jake picks on me. Kerry Ann picks on me. My wife picks on me. Mikey picks on me.
I don't pick on you. Steve says, yes, D9R normally 60 quid. I got it for 30. Nice.
Ooh, that's a bargain.
Yeah. Can you do the same for us? Like, do D9R group build. Make John pay $60.
No.
Oh,
$120 for John. Black Cat says, it's like watching Oprah. D9R for you, D9R for you, D9R for everyone.
everyone gets an Oprah. You'll find D9R on your seat. Oh.
Either Oprah or Ellen DeGeneres. She does the same thing, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Jim says, Steve T, 50% off. Good for you, sir. A very wise purchase. Indeed.
Yes.
Gary says, yes, mother, you tell him.
Yes, Mummy, you tell him.
Jake says, yes. Yes, I do. Kerry says, Dad, gaze upon my field of books, for it is barren. I do not have one to give to you.
Oh.
What a charmer.
Yeah. And you wonder why I'm in the state I'm in.
No.
Excuse me. So I've given that a little bit of an oil. Got some oils on it. A little bit
Oh,
of yellow.
yes. Can you make his screen larger, please, Mr. Admin or Moderator Scummer?
So let me just see if I can improve the focus. That's a bit better. So I've added some oils, and I had a selection of 4 colours that I was going to use for the oils that I put on the card. The reason you put it on the card, if you don't know, is that then the linseed oil within the paint will then leach out onto the card, and it improves the drying time of the oil paints. I went with 3 colours, and as you can see, I've only used one of them. So I didn't use the ochre, I didn't use the cream, and I didn't use the primary
Mustard.
yellow. I used lemon yellow, just to bring out a little bit of. I'm quite pleased with that. It looked very flat before.
Yeah.
I've still got there. I've got to put the, what do they call them? The white and yellow bands.
ARF.
White and red bands. They've got
ARF.
to go, they've got to go on there, and there and there. But then, got to get the tracks finished, which I'm going to get done very soon. I'll probably do them before the next show.
I was thinking before, this Tamiya tape would make very good mudguard material if it was doubled over.
It's very what's the word I'm looking for? Adaptable.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I've done. I've never done oil weathering filters or whatever you call it before, and it has sort of made it pop a little bit. So
You've done very well. I'm very proud of you.
Quite pleased with that. Quite pleased with that.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're a good man.
Apparently, according to my daughter, I'm taking too long.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
John, you're talking too long.
it's now permanent. It's now a permanent part of the show.
Permanent partner.
yes.
Kerry Ann's words of wisdom. Today, Kerry Ann says...
John's polishing his hose.
Sorry?
That's what it looked like.
It's my house and I'll polish it as fast as I like.
Now he's spraying his hose everywhere.
Oh my God.
Jake says...
Sorry, Jake,
Jim
are we
says,
boring you?
Yeah.
I'm
Quick,
sorry,
somebody mentioned
Jakey.
testicles again.
Bollocks.
Yeah,
Jim says, oils are very useful and flexible for weathering. I must make an investment in some oil paints.
yes,
Yeah.
I've got two sets of I've got two different kinds of oils. I've got the 502 Abtolon, which, to be honest, I don't use very often. I have the Starship Filth and Smoke, but what I use more of is these Dahlia and Rowney cheap oil paints that I bought from the Works. I think I bought a pack for about £5, and they're just as good.
Very good.
Okay. Yes. And Jakey says, I think that's the idea of John spraying his hose everywhere.
All right.
Live on camera. It's just turned into a whole different kind of show.
Oh, there he goes again. Right, just go weak at the knees.
All right.
Oh, stop it, stop it. Can't concentrate.
So it reminds you of Limp Bizkit. Do you remember them? Might be before your time. Well, after your time going. Limp Bizkit. Their song Rolling used to start with Fred Durst going, all right, partner, you know what time it is. Keep on rolling, bitch. And then it just go into the guitar riff and everything.
Right.
Do.
Excuse me, coughing. I still have this awful cold.
Use all the paints on plastic.
Yeah, I knew about it. I've known about it for several years. I just haven't had the balls to try it.
About 2 weeks to dry. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, as well, it takes about 2 weeks to dry.
Well, yeah, there is that.
I could take 6 days or so. Depends. As Gary mentioned when he started doing it, if you leach it onto, say, if you take it out of the tube, put a dollop on cardboard or paper or some such, it will leach the linseed oil away. It'll dry quicker. But what's wonderful with oils is you've got literally days. You can come back tomorrow and go, don't like that, a little bit thin, a little bit thick. You can still just move it around and stuff like that. Yeah. It's quite adaptable.
I have a question, John. Who are you calling a dollop?
Who am I calling a what, sorry?
Who are you calling a dollop?
A dollop?
A dollop of oil.
Jim says, I hear that about Eidolon 502 will change the name of their product line due to negative reaction to the name Eidolon 502.
Uh-huh.
Okay. No idea what that is.
Abtolon was... Now, I'm not sure, but Abtolon 502 was something to do, and please jump on this at your leisure. Was it something to do with a SS tank regiment or something in the Second World War?
I wouldn't think so.
Got a feeling it was something to do with an SS tank regiment or something like that. That's what the original name was. But hey,
could well be.
Abteilung is German for battalion.
Ah,
there you go.
It's only offensive if you know what it means.
Yeah. But no, I one of my biggest problems in this scale modeling hobby of ours is I'm frightened to try new things through fear of stuffing it up.
Especially live on air.
Well, actually, considering I did it live on air, that was quite a thing for me. But
Is it gonna? Where is the
you
camera?
think sometimes, oh, I spent this money on a kit, and
Abteilung is German for department, or section or workshop, or it's sort of just a section. It's nothing to do with SS, and it's. I think if people can take offence to a department, they're probably looking at things, looking for problems.
I think they may have changed the meaning of the word, because I did see something in a historical document about. I'm sure it was about Normandy, and they mentioned Abteilung 502.
Anyway, let's meet John Quiver.
No.
Kerry says limp something.
Easy.
Steve T says, I've been using Photo Etch for the first time ever, and it's taught me a very important lesson. Don't buy kits with PE in the future. It's all right once you get used to it.
It can be.
Is a pain in the backside.
It can be a bugger, but I enjoy a challenge. So I find I have spent more value than the kit is worth on the upgrades for it in the past, and I'll probably do that again in the future.
You like a challenge, that's why you spend so much time with us.
There we go. I can hear you clearly now. So I'm going to move back to the bench. So
Chalky
camera's
says,
going off.
Bearded, your Welsh is really coming along. Well, thank you, sir. It's only taken me 30 odd years.
Can I just clarify that? 30 very odd years.
Yes. Actually 30 even years. That's an even number. But yeah, in Wales we have to learn Welsh until we're 16. It's compulsory. Problem is I didn't like learning Welsh, so I didn't bother. My Welsh teacher actually played a pretty cool trick on me. I said to her I think it was when I was in year 9 or year 10. Year 10. I said I don't want to learn Welsh. I've got no use for it outside of school because all my family's English, all my friends are English. I don't know anyone that speaks Welsh fluently. So I don't need to do the lessons. I said, okay, I'll let you off the lessons, but you got to write me an essay on why you don't want to do the lessons, and you have to write it in Welsh. I said, fine. So I wrote the whole essay in Welsh, and then she marked it and went, yeah, okay, you got an A- on it. I was like, what? Surely you can obviously do the work. And I went, but I don't want to.
Very good. All right, let's see if this worked.
Jim says, Gary, you can use a hairdryer to help dry them faster if you want. You can if you want to catch fire. Jim says, Abteilung is doing for battalion.
Do I look like the sort of man who has a hairdryer?
Schwer Panzer Abteilung 502 translates roughly to Heavy Tank Battalion 502.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I think it's one of those words that depends on context, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you're both right. Both equally right, and both equally wrong.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, bugger.
There you go. Argument settled.
It wasn't an argument.
No,
I know. I'm joking.
Tad overspray on the rear there, but I'll fix that up a little bit later.
Ooh,
that changed it
look at that.
significantly, hasn't it?
Oh my god.
So yeah, it'll be okay once it's dirtied up, I think, because it's not finished yet. Well, see, I'm cranky now. I need a beer. I'm going to get a beer. I'll step away for a moment. Back in a sec.
We need to do a live that's on an evening so me and you can have a beer, Gary.
This is true. Trouble is, I don't do well on evenings. If you remember, on the 48-hour build, you told me to go to bed because I was nodding off at about 9:15.
True.
I'm afraid it's one of the...
See, even I have to look after your dad, Kerry.
It's one of those carryovers from strokes. The fatigue that you get once you've had a stroke is...
Yeah.
You can read into that what you want, but it's terrible. But
It's just a pain in the ass.
I used to do the Zoom sessions on a Monday night that Malcolm runs, and I used to do the Wednesday night ones and the Thursday night. I can't do them anymore.
Yeah.
By 5 o'clock, I'm done. Sometimes earlier than that.
Chalky says, yeah. Chalky says they tried teaching Gaelic in schools here in Scotland, but the little so-and-sos just beat up the teachers. We had a lad that did that. Actually, that was our Welsh teacher as well. She kicked him out of the class for disrupting the class. So he picked up a chair, threw it at her head, and then walked out.
Nice.
He didn't last much longer in high school.
No, I'm not surprised.
Another day,
That's why the day they stopped using contact counselling,
yes,
was a bad day.
Well, there's the same lad used to do stuff like when we were waiting in the queue to go into PE lessons, he would hit me around the head with his football boots and things like that.
Nice.
And my form teacher caught him one day. So he got. Do you remember those bangers that you used to throw on the floor that had a little bit of gunpowder in?
Yeah. Those little bits of paper.
Yeah, he got a load of them in his hand and slapped them into the teacher's hand, so it burnt his hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I know, right?
What a view.
Today's modelling session is brought to you by
Melbourne Bitter. It's very pale for a bitter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not proper bitter, that's why. It's Australian bitter.
Slightly racist comment there, Gary.
Not
no,
racist.
No. It was beerist.
Purist.
Kaylee says, "Going now, guys. Got some writing to do. Kiss, kiss. Mwah.
Mwah.
We love you, Kaylee."
Oh, lovely. All right. What's next? So yeah. Anyway, my Go Like L stencil was it was too far to the left last time, so I redid it. Sprayed it green before the show, and that's the only bit of stuff I've done that not on the show. So I've moved it across now, but the trouble is now again I've got it. It's not perfect. I've got a little bit of feathering on that as well.
Yes.
So I've got to fix
that's the problem
that.
with spraying is it puts pressure underneath it, doesn't it?
And my tracks sort of discombobulating there. I'll need to sort of tack my track. But I should do that now because it'll just annoy me. But yeah, and I need to do things that I haven't done yet, like the exhaust and the other things because it's not finished. But I'm gonna have my view.
You're a noisy slurper.
and as Kerry says, it won't get finished if you keep stepping away for a beer.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, gee, I'm already drunk. Phew. No, it's well, I haven't had a beer for maybe a week or more. Oh no, no, 2 days. Who am I kidding? Carrying on.
That's the problem with. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
That's the problem with having a perfect draft machine in the kitchen. I can just go in and pour a beer when I want.
I've got a couple of beers in the cupboard. I've got a plum beer in the cupboard as well.
Oh, I'm not sure about plums.
Plums.
Oh, there we go again.
Gary and his plums.
Ooh.
Jim says, from what I've heard, German doesn't translate very easily into English. So words can have different meanings in translation. Yeah. Like I say, it's like Welsh. The same word can have different meaning depending on context.
Yeah.
It's like... I'm trying to think of a word.
Fix that.
Cymru and Gymru. It has a mutation depending on the context it's used. So Cymru is spelled Cymru. And
Simru.
Gymru is spelled... No, it's Cymru.
Simru.
How is C? Anyway, Gymru starts with G, so it's Gymru. They're the same. They mean the same thing, but they're different spelling depending on the context.
Simru and Gimru.
So it's English that's actually quite a strange language because all other languages have mutations and contexts depending on word change depending on context and things.
Yeah.
I probably mentioned on this before, but again, for the viewers at home who didn't know, my father's Welsh. He moved out here with his family in 1952 or thereabouts. So when he was 12, moved with his family. £10 poms, So there you go. So I can't speak a word of Welsh. I don't really know it, but oh my God, some of the songs are brilliant. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh yeah, some of the music's beautiful. I've got. In fact, if anyone wants to have a listen to proper Welsh music, I've got a playlist on my channel that's all Welsh songs, proper Welsh songs. You should listen. If you want to listen, go on there, have a look, because they're absolutely beautiful songs.
And
They're
again,
love songs and things.
So my dad was born in India, where the Kuiper Pass is. So up sort of north,
Oh, where they put the records in the Vickers machine gun.
What?
Come again?
Carrying up the
That was filmed in Wales.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he was born there because his father was in the British Army
Was he
in
Devils
India.
in Skirts?
Sorry, what?
Was he a member of the Devils in Skirts?
He was. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm trying to remember what it was. He was. Oh God, because I thought it was the first Worcestershire Regiment, but it's not. I was very wrong. It was. What was it? Oh, he was the Black Watch. Remember the Black Watch?
Was Devils in Skirts then?
Yeah. And yeah, I didn't know. And again, I assumed he was a cook. He wasn't. He was infantry until he had an injury or he got really bad malaria or whatever, and that prevented him. So they kept him in and remustered him to a cook.
I found something that you might find interesting on John, because last night I was watching a channel. I think it's something Subaltern. I'll send you a link to it. But it's all about the Black Watch and their uniforms that they wore in the First World War and the different types of uniforms and different stuff they carried and things. Yeah. Chalky says, the problem with Scotland is the 80s lots of young people had underage children and now their children have brought themselves up and so on and so on. So sad. How can you have underage children?
No, I think I know what
you mean. They had children underage?
Yeah.
I can't say nothing there because I was a dad at 17.
That's your fault, Mikey. Ah.
Steve said, just counted 24 sprues in this kit. Jeez, it's a beast. Mikey wants to do it for me, then post it back. I wouldn't say no. As long as you pay for the postage, that's fine.
That smacks of a commission build and nothing.
It does. If you buy me the kit, I'll build it, mate.
Too much pressure.
Chalky says, John, get a small beer fridge in the workshop. Problem solved. Good idea.
Chalky, have you seen the size of his workshop? He can put a full-scale bar in there.
Yeah. His garage that his workshop is in is the same footprint as my entire house.
It's across two time zones, for Christ's sake.
So yeah, I'll just go for
look when he walks to the other side of the room. That's ridiculous. He's disappearing into the light. Hello over there.
That will be get rid of the cars, get rid of everything else out of there. That's the best man cave blank canvas for a man cave ever.
Yeah.
I
Jim
was
says
looking for
just
a
about
thing.
every main kit has many, many sprues.
Yeah,
Very true.
I do love a men kit. I must admit, I'm sold on men kits at the moment.
Yeah, me too. Chalky says, John, your family is Welsh. Poor you, bro. We should start a FundMe to help you out. I love that. You just slowly start chuckling to yourself.
No, because I was searching for an image. I just found it, but because I was searching for the image, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. So, oh, sorry. Let me put that down. So I'll change it. No, I won't change my camera. So this is a thing. So this is, for instance, a medal that my grandfather he won. So it's the Shems Sutton Cup, 1933, runner-up, D Company, Private Marley. But at the other side of it is from what I understand, the Black Watch. Is that right?
42nd Regiment. Possibly Black Watch, the same shape. I know that.
Right. So there you go.
Without looking it up, I don't know.
Yeah. So
we don't have a lot to do with the Scottish regiments and the rest of the army.
Yeah, fair enough. So
they're a breed into themselves.
Looking for there it is. I was looking for my little glue. Couldn't see it. It's behind that thing. So.
So I was looking for me Whippet this morning. I couldn't find that.
Yeah, it's right behind him on the shelf in a big box. Gary says, my grandfather served in the mule artillery in India in the 30s. Cool.
Pune, India? The Elephant Equipment Unit?
Chalky says, Black Watch is a Scots regiment. It is. Chalky says, bearded vet. It's a lot of school kids having kids. Yeah, we had that problem. And I think the problem with that, this probably started off, was because my generation, we were having sex education at the age of 6 years old. We had it every couple of years from the age of 6 years old.
You had it every year from 6? Well, that is young. Yeah. Oh, education. Sorry, my bad.
No, sex education.
Right.
Moving on.
Yeah, we had lessons about that stuff from the age of 6.
Like the way John Cleese does it in Meaning of Life?
No. We actually had prof ones where we had to watch the videos and all sorts from the age of 6. And the one we had at the age of 6 was exactly the same as the one we had at the age of 11 and 15. So by the time we were 15, we knew all about it. That was the problem. And they wondered why there were people in our year that were getting pregnant at 13 and 14.
Yeah, right.
Steve T says, the size of that workshop is absurd. My entire flat is half that size. Can I move in? I don't eat much.
The problem there, Steve, is you've got 80% of the animals in that part of the world all want to eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Chalky says, John, I'm looking for an art studio. Do you want a roommate?
Yeah, so it's just a garage. It's a double garage, but we have a third. No, it's actually a fifth bedroom, and yeah, I think it used to be originally like a workshop in the garage, but the previous owners put a wall in, so it's now a fifth bedroom.
That's in that wing.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure, I think the laundry's near the stables. I haven't been down that far, like, that part of it.
That's down by the servants' quarters.
Yeah, I don't like to go down there because, they smell. So.
Kerry says, well, I thought Black Watch was Game of Thrones, so I learned something today.
No, that was Night Watch.
Gary Evans said 42nd Royal Highland Regiment, aka the Black Watch. So there you go.
Okay, so there you go. Thank you. So I was right.
Mr. Evans, as usual, here to the rescue.
All right, I can paint my exhaust.
Chalky says, Bearded, you only didn't have much to do with the Scots Regiment because you're always behind us. No, it's because you're all crazy motherfuckers. You're like the RAF regiments. You're the one everyone knows about, but no one wants to go near because you're all a bit crazy.
Hey, don't upset Mr. Evans.
No.
I didn't say anything bad. I just said they're all a bit crazy.
Well, he probably
They
agree with
didn't
you.
do a good job. Jim says, history question. Were the Black Watch the first to cross the Rhine in 1945? I don't know. It's far too modern for me. Mr. Evans might know.
I don't know.
Somebody could Google it.
I am.
Yeah.
Chalky says, Jim, I think that was the Paras, mate. Quite possibly. Dorcosaurus is in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dorcosaurus.
Hello. And welcome.
Chalky says, bearded. Okay, I'll give you that one. And Gary said, oof. I resemble that remark. The knuckles have healed up nicely, thank you.
Oh, thank God for you. You have a wonderful sense of humour, Gary. It's great.
You'd have to, wouldn't
he? I've met my friend Gary at a place called Telford.
Oh,
maybe you've
your
heard
friend
of it,
Gary. Oh, name dropping, are we, John?
Well, yeah, I'm very proud to call Gary Evans my friend because I think he's a wonderful gentleman. I've been watching his stuff for years, like since his channel sort of started, and he knows this. I've told him there's a particular video of his where he builds what's the name of it? Oh, the Vickers Valiant one, the V bomber. And I reckon I've watched it close to 50 times now. I love it. I just keep going back, and I haven't got around to making the kit yet.
Okay, so you're not name dropping, you're fanboying.
Oh look, I'm sweating here now. I think just fanning my face.
Gary, he's getting funny feelings for you.
Okay, the crossing of the Rhine in 1945 was Operation Plunder. And was initiated by the 51st Highland Infantry Division, led by the 7th Battalion Black Watch.
There we go. So it was the Black Watch. Well done.
At 2100 on the 23rd of March, and it was followed by the 7th Battalion, the Argyll and Southern Highlanders.
There you go.
Very good.
So after the fall of Singapore, all the British people that were in India were moved out of that because it looked like that Japan were going to just come around and take India. So they got everyone out of there and moved into a much safer place. So he's from 1942. He's in Palestine from 1942 to when he discharged in 1952. I believe. So so he was there when Israel was. Yeah, so he was there to watch all that. The Americans. I think it was a British Navy shelling
on YouTube because they take it out of historical context.
Wow, imagine that.
You know what they're like. They don't. They can't accept history.
Yeah.
Jim says. What?
Go on.
Oh, okay. Jim says, thanks, I forgot about the Paras. Perhaps the Black Watch was the first unit sent across to link up with the Paras. Possibly. Who knows? I mean, there could have been some SAS lads over there as well.
Yeah.
Who knows? They are sneaky peekies after all.
This was all after...
There could have been RAF regiments in Berlin when the D-Day landings happened.
There's some fascinating history, eh?
Yeah, so that's why I'm looking forward to our September build, which will be not the three it's not a three veterans build. It's a Friends of Models Heroes. We're doing. It's not a group build. It's just a build for.
Get on with it.
The 80th anniversary of Operation Market Garden.
There we go. Yes, that is going to be a build to help raise money for the. Is it for the Netherlands veterans?
Yeah, the Netherlands veterans.
Oh, yeah. Miranda and
Stefan.
Yeah. So, but instead of doing a 48, we're going to do a video on Saturday, first Saturday, and then the next Saturday, and we've got to build it in between.
Yeah, so it'll start on the Saturday. Well, we'll probably open up the Discord to anybody who wants to join us.
Actually,
like we did for the 48-hour build.
Just thinking, Gary, if Gary Evans wants to join in, he could, if he messages James or mentions it in the Discord, then James will probably get back to him on it if he wants to join in as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't afford him.
Yeah. We can't afford the celebrities.
No.
You don't pay me.
So, Gary.
There's a reason for that, Gary.
You're the Poundland Gary Evans.
Poundland Gary.
Oh.
You're Poundland Gary.
I'm the AliExpress Gary.
Yeah. Well, what do they call it? The Wish? What's that?
Oh, you're not even the Poundland Gary. You're the AliExpress Gary.
And I suppose Mr. Evans is the Waitrose Gary.
No. Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was Marks and Sparks one.
Oh, sorry. Again? There's a chain of pubs over there that gets a bit of stick, but I think they're actually pretty bloody good. What are they? It's not Waitrose, and there's a Waterstones. I think is a bookshop.
But,
yeah.
But it's like that. It starts with W. Little pubs and stuff.
Weatherspoons.
Weatherspoons. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's where the junkies go at like 9 o'clock in the morning to get their beer.
Oh, Weatherspoons.
Well, that's why I liked it so much. I thought it was great. There's great variety. I just like, I'll have that pink bag. I'll take the blue one.
You can have a full English breakfast with a pint of beer.
Yeah.
I tell you,
microwaved.
I think as a nation, the people of Greater Britain, let's say, complain a lot, but don't know how good they've got it. I think it's a beautiful place, and it's where you grew up. Was it Bexhill on Sea?
Who?
You, Gary.
I was born in Tonbridge, in Kent.
Yeah.
I then moved down to Hastings in Kent. We then moved to Bexhill on Sea.
Right, so Bexhill is where I went to, that Weatherspoons.
Yeah. And then from there we moved up to Lancashire because my dad got a job with British Aerospace. And that's where I lived until I joined the Air Force.
Very good.
Until you got older, Chalky says, I was in the first Queen's Own Highlanders, but my family regiment was the Cameronian Highlanders. Nice.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I love that Saltaire. It's a beautiful flag.
Kerry says, got to go and get ready. See you soon. Got to go get ready. See you soon, guys. Have a great day. There we go.
Let me try it. Got to go get ready. See you soon, guys. Have a great day. Gee, it's not hard. Bloody hell, Mikey.
He's probably got a high-powered meeting to go to.
Yeah.
Chalky, there you go, Bud. You're correct. I stand corrected.
He calls him Buddha.
Well, he is. He's only. If you look, he's only missed the A off. There you go, Bud. That's a very Welsh thing to say, isn't it? All right, Bud.
Buddha.
All right, Bud. How are you? What's occurring?
I'll be right there in a minute. Calm down.
All right. Oh, I love
you
that
see
show.
those two houses on that hill? You see those two houses on that hill? Mine's the one in the middle.
That's very good.
Are you reading that paper you're sitting on?
He's been down to Barry, so yes.
Whose boots are these shoes?
Okay, look, we're gonna need subtitles. I'm sorry, but you know.
Can we stop with the stereotyping of my countrymen, please?
Bloody hell! Oh god, these sessions are hilarious.
Jim says, Chalky, those are both some very famous units, Chalky. That I know about them shows the level of their fame. Indeed.
Very good.
Gary Stuff says, I'll be happy to join in. Charity stuff I can set against tax. Excellent.
Very good.
Fantastic. I'm sure James will be well happy to hear that. We can all do lives together. That'd be awesome. Chalky says, Jim, we were a skirmish regiment, so all we did was fight. Well, it's perfect for the Scottish then, isn't it?
Each other.
Yeah.
Each other.
Kilts
Them
going
fight
everywhere.
words. Let's fight.
John, me and Dad used to both work in a hotel, right? And he always said one of his favourite things to do was to be the bar staff for Scottish weddings. So because you could guarantee it'd break into a fight, and all you'd see is bloody kilts flying everywhere. And then because you were the barman, and you had female waitresses, and you were the only barman, you would have to jump over the bar and go and fight and break it all up and chuck them out. So you're trying not to grab all the people up.
Yeah.
You're trying to not stick your hand up someone's skeleton thing as it's flying around.
God.
Jim says, Chalky, thanks, mate. Technically, you're correct. The Paras were the first because they jumped to start the operation. They all jumped in the big line. 1, 2, 3, jump, wait.
Yes.
Jim says,
let's jump out of a perfectly serviceable aeroplane.
There's no such thing as a perfectly serviceable airplane. But carry on.
Jim says, Bearded Veteran, I'd be honoured to join if I may. Could you repeat the time and event? We're not sure about time and date yet. Well, we are about the date. What it is James is organising it for YouTubers. So it'll be YouTubers that do the live. So like us three, Gary Evans, Miranda and Stefan from Holland, the Netherlands, all doing a live together, and obviously James. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the Discord open so that anyone that's not a YouTuber but wants to take part can take part and get to know everyone and talk to everyone in the Discord server. So what we'll do is you'll be more than welcome in the Discord server for the day.
Yeah,
we did
it. We did it for the 48-hour build in March, and it was very popular.
So, Jim, had you heard of the 48 and 48 in the comments? I'm not really sure because I think maybe you've turned up after that, but whether you had heard of it, because some of the podcasters, the two podcasts, the main two podcasts over there for Sky Modelling, there's the Model Geeks and the Plastic Posse podcast. They raised a lot of money for the UK charity Models for Heroes, and
they did.
Those guys, they're really nice gentlemen as well. And yeah, they join in every year, and I think it's phenomenal because it was James that asked, like, why are you doing this? This is a couple of years ago. Why are you doing this? You are American. Why are you helping us raise money for veterans, and all that sort of stuff like that? And their answer is, like, well, some of us are veterans, but anything like, it's all to do with men's health and stuff like that. So, look, here's a disclaimer. Us veterans, well, certainly as far as I'm aware, and the other gentleman here could correct me, we don't gatekeep in that, like, what we don't like is people pretending that they were ex-military or whatever. That's pretty sickening.
We don't like waltz, basically.
Yeah. But my view is you don't have to be a veteran for me to rate you. And if you say suffer from mental health issues for whatever reason, and yeah, like I won't disregard anyone. Just everyone is welcome to my table, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
we're not exclusionary.
No. I don't like people that are.
I so thought you said something else. I'm sorry.
No, but there are a lot of people I know, and maybe it would be, I'd say, the same with the other people that are ex-military on this, that are quite damaged due to their service, whether it be physically or mentally or both. And it is a big problem, I think, that certainly in Australia we have a gap, that we don't have a charity like Models for Heroes here. But I seriously want to start one. I don't have the resources at the moment. I need to just start local, run some sessions here. But I want to do what I can because I've lost some mates. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Oh, dude, it's all right.
back to the
Take your
studio.
time. It's all right. Take your time. You're all right.
Yeah. So just
It's all right.
yeah. No, there's a friend of mine that
If you want to talk about it, talk about
killed
it.
himself a couple of, well, just pretty much the day. Well, it was the day I left Air Force. I was looking forward to. I don't have to be anywhere at any particular time. I was looking forward to go and having a coffee with him because we do that, every week. And I couldn't get hold of him.
Yeah. Bless you.
Anyway, sorry.
At the minute, we're losing 83 veterans a year to
Oh.
self-deletion in the UK.
God, this bloody tank has all gone out of focus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, John, it's not finished
So-
yet.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, none of us are kidding. Like, a lot of us are damaged, and I certainly, I think I am, just because certain there's a lot of memories that aren't that much fun and stuff like that. And you can also joke and say that you're Air Force, you don't fight on the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not exclusive. I don't care if you're Navy, Army, Air Force, or whatever. Everybody does the best they can, and the reason you're one of them and not the other is you're lied to in recruiting by people who have never done the job.
Yeah.
We need Spot Phil to do that. But I honestly I feel very strongly for the aims of Models for Heroes and the work it does, and I've seen the benefits. We all have, us three. We've got some mates that struggle, and we just band together and just look after each other. And I think it's wonderful, and it's lacking in certainly the Australian Defence Force certainly at the moment, because a lot of people are just in it for themselves.
Well, look at
I'm not like
on the Discord. We've had nights where one of the lads has been upset in the middle of the night, and I've messaged Gary saying something's wrong with such and such. We need to go onto Discord, and all of us have just suddenly jumped on Discord and just sat with him all night.
So it's that's why I keep turning up, because I love these guys. They've helped me, and I think I help them by being there as well. Well,
we love you too, John.
Okay, I need to go and clean up.
If you want, John, I can take you off
the brush. I'm cleaning the brush, Gary. I mean, what are you thinking of? Cripes.
I never said a word.
If you need a minute to yourself, John, I can always take you off the studio, mate.
I'm all good. I'm good. I miss my friend. That's all.
Well, you're always welcome to talk about it.
So here's a fun fact that he told me. Actually, let's do the comments first.
Yeah, because they're getting away from us. There we go. Chalky, I'm with you, my friend. This is a wonderful country, and too many people hate their own country. Well said. I love my country. Most Welshmen do, to be fair. Whenever I try to use a Welsh accent, it always comes out, yes. Not going to repeat that one.
Moving on.
Moving on. Squirrel. Chalky, keep those hands above the waist height, bearded vets. Gary Evans says, thing about parachuting: 1, the most dangerous phase of flight is landing, and 2, there's a reason a parachute is a safety device. Get out before the driver messes it up. Jim says, yes, I remember. That was going on during the 48 event back in early March.
Yeah.
Good.
Neil happily contributes. Excellent. Be happy to have you, Jim. Chalky says, Gary stuff, I think I would rather jump from a plane than a ship, my friend.
Yeah.
If you're jumping from a ship, it's usually sinking, so yeah. Kieran's in, he says, morning all, sorry got caught up and I'm really late today. Don't worry about it, Jim. Glad to have you with us. Hey, Lee. Jim says, happily contributed to M4H through the American Orphan, bought Smear F-14 Tomcat. Nice.
Lovely.
Thank you very much for your help.
Come here.
Jim says, hey, Kieran. Kieran says, hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Hey.
Jim says, Kieran, sorry, mate, spelled your name wrong. Kieran says, no worries, happens all the time. Gary says, never apologise for being human, John. Yeah. Don't apologise for getting upset, mate. That's the part. If you need to talk to us, you know you can do.
Yes, I know.
In fact, me and you have had many sessions where you've ended up in tears,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely fine. And I've never took the piss out of you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got sort of mental health.
Exactly.
Everyone needs help.
Does everyone want to meet my wife? Do you want to come and say hello, darling?
I've met her.
I look a mess.
Okay.
Not,
I look a mess every day.
I'm in my PJs.
It's fine. Chalky says, "Come on, do you want to come and say hello? Come say hello. Thank you to Chalky. His bag. Hang on. Right, I'll put you on. I'm gonna put you on the other account because he made Kay a bag as well. Let's focus it. Right, there you go. If you come down by me, darling. There you go. This is my lovely wife, Kaylee.
Hello.
Hi,
Kay.
That's
Hello.
Chalky, the guy that made you the bag.
Oh, thanks, Chalky.
Hello, little lady.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm fine.
excellent.
I'm waiting for the people.
Ah,
Right.
there you go. Now you've met my wife. Right. Kieran says, "Indeed." Jim says, "I'm well, thanks. And yourself?" Kieran says, "But I appreciate you noticing." Kieran says, "I'm all good, thanks, Jim." And Jim says, "John Marley, let it out, John.
Ooh,
You're amongst those who care.
thank you.
You are
thank you.
indeed."
Oh,
Steve says, "I'll be honest, I used to love my country. These days, I'm mostly ashamed of it, unfortunately. I'm not ashamed of the country. I'm ashamed of the way some people behave within it."
Yeah, without going down a rabbit hole.
yeah. Squirrel
People
hole.
who the people who behave badly are in a position where they shouldn't be able to do that. There you go.
Tiff says, "Well, first session over, and I feel a lot better already." Excellent.
Oh, well
Oh,
done, Ted.
wonderful. Speaking of session, ours is over.
Christ
in a minute.
alive.
Dorkasaur says, "Hi, nice to meet you." Kaylee says, "You are very welcome."
Gunmetal.
No, Chalky says, "Kaylee, you are very welcome." Come on, Connolly, get it right. Steve says, "Nice to see your wife. She's lovely." She is,
Cheers.
when she's in a good mood.
She's always in a good mood.
They're saying you're lovely, Kay. Lovely, not ugly.
Ooh.
Jim says, "Welcome back, Tiff." And Chalky says, "Tiff, good to see you feel better, hen." Yeah, so it's an hour and 58.
Yeah.
Madness.
So,
Goes so quick.
well, it's been quite deep discussions today, hasn't it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine, mate. It's what it's all about. It's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
If you need to open up, you can do. That's what we're here for. And that's what this show is all about, is scale modeling and showing, particularly young men, that it's okay to open up and get upset and things like that. Like we said when we first started, we want to make show would show our sons that it's okay to to open up as a man, especially amongst other men. So don't worry about it at all, mate. That's what we wanted to do. So Jim says, "Thanks for another great show, guys. Look forward to next week. Don't forget, Jim.
Forget
We've
Jim.
got the Monday show on Monday afternoon, 2 p.m. UK time.
2 a.m. UK time.
Yeah. All right, little Miss Dictator. Right. So, Gary, let's see what you've been up to.
Well, I have been, as I said earlier, messing around with oils, and it has actually, as they're starting to dry, it's actually made a hell of a difference with this tank. I'm really, really pleased with it. And yeah, for Mr. Childs, I did do the underneath as well. So yeah,
Okay.
so I've got to let that now probably till next Thursday dry off. And then next Thursday I will do the white and red, because I deliberately haven't done it yet. and I'll put the guns on. I'll get the tracks done, and then decal, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
Are you putting the tools and stuff on and the spuds?
I am going to put the tools on, yes, but I'm putting them on at the very last moment.
Well, since John hasn't put the track spuds on his, are you going to put them on yours?
It's not
I'm not-
finished.
I'm not putting them on the tracks. I will be putting them about the chassis.
Oh, like I've done on mine.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what have you done, John?
Hello. So,
That looks stunning.
what I've got, just let me just clean up here again. There we are.
Put all the tissues
So-
away.
Oh, tonight's cleaning fluid, water, is brought to you by the good people at Bierenberg. Anyway, moving on. Right, so it looks very different from when it started. So as I said before, I'd redone the Go Like Hell stencil because I didn't like the placement of it. Then I got a bit of shadowing overspray and all that sort of stuff. And I've literally, you've just probably watched me, I just cleaned it up with the green brown Vallejo air and just cleaned that up. So I'm now happy with that. Painted the top of that, and again the imperfections in the paint and bits of overspray and stuff, I'm literally just going over with the brush, white paint, and I'd use red if I needed it. I don't think I do, but the deal is it doesn't matter if it looks that accurate or whatever, because it's going to, like, I'm going to be covering this with all sorts of like dirt and washes and all that sort of stuff anyway. So the other things I've done, of course, the exhausts are now painted, and I've only just now painted the sorry, are they Lewis machine guns or Vickers? Hotchkiss. They're neither. Hotchkiss. And that's just a burnt iron from a Vallejo. And I've painted the underside as well. Sorry,
Well done.
Malcolm.
I painted the underside of mine.
So yeah, that's it. So moving on, I had
Have you done the track spuds?
no. So the track spuds are here. I got them out before we went live, and I literally have a handful of them. But I need to paint them individually. So the look I want to go for there,
No, go on.
craps. Right. So the outside bits are metal.
They were steel.
Yep, steel. The center bits are wood. So the look I want to go for in these is like, oak. When it starts off, it's sort of orangey, rust sort of color. You know what I mean. Everyone knows the sort of oak color sort of starts off like.
Yeah.
And then over time it becomes more. There's a lot more grey in it. So that's the look I want to do is have like worn.
Yeah.
Because I've decided, I think, I was talking to Bron, we went for a walk earlier, and I said, look, and I've got this, to make a diorama, I'm taking too long, am I? Oh, yes. I think, yeah, Kerry would say I'm taking too long.
He's gone, you're all right.
But if I build a diorama, then the choices were, like, originally my thoughts were cake it in mud, and the joke was literally buy a mud cake and just go plonk on top. I don't think I'm going to do that because it'll just annoy the audience and they won't come back for our next build. So an actual diorama with mud, or I quite like the idea of it going down like a cobble street with a wall behind. And there's sort of street signs the other day, French ones, so it could literally do that and be driving through a town. In which case it wouldn't have the spuds on; they'd be all sort of mounted on the storage racks. These sort of horizontal bits there. Or the third one was the photo I brought up earlier, the Armistice Day victory parade through Dublin.
In Dublin in 1919.
Yeah, so I could have it there, have it on the street scene, and have a couple of people on the side there and all that sort of stuff. Again, in which case it wouldn't have really any mud on it, so I'll have to redo the tracks again, I think. So
Here we go,
just
John.
to be,
Why did they do it in 1919?
okay, go on.
Because that's when the war officially ended. The armistice
The
was
treaty,
just a ceasefire.
Treaty of Versailles
19.
was signed in
Yeah.
1919. There you
Yeah.
go.
So
Right. So that's what I
between-
think I'm aiming towards. Is it probably going for a section of street from Dublin. I think I might go for that. But then I'm gonna have to fix the tracks because they're way too muddy now. They are. I am very happy with that look.
I don't know. They'd be all right.
I think you'd be all right leaving them as they are,
Yeah.
mate.
Just maybe do some dry brush steel on the
Yeah,
ridges.
yeah. On the high points. Yeah,
because it's been driving on concrete, isn't it, or cobbles?
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's where I might go. The fact is, I don't know yet. Let's just see how that works. Yeah, that works. Yeah. So yeah.
There you go.
All right. So that's me done. Back to the studio.
Cool. We'll go through last few chats. Gary Evans said, "Well said, Mikey. Thanks for the great show, guys. You are very welcome.
Very welcome, Gary.
And thanks for not only dropping in but staying around."
Yeah. Chalky says, "Great stream as always. John, you are a brother among brothers. Take care, all in chat."
Oh, thanks, Chalky, mate.
Tiff says, "I'll watch back later to see what I've missed. Hope you're okay, John."
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. He'll be all right. We'll look after him.
I just, as I said, I miss my. There's a couple of friends that aren't with me anymore, but anyway.
So, what I've done, it looks messy because I've still got the masks on, so I'm waiting for the paint to dry. I put season 2 on there. I've put the number 9 on there. But I've noticed that we've got the vehicle numbers as well.
Where it says Caesar, I recognise that handwriting.
It's got the numbers, which this one is A259, which is supposed to go under there.
Where the spuds are.
Ah.
Spuds are. And I think I've put the number 9 a bit too low, but never mind. Maybe a little bit too low. Never mind. Not to worry. I'll figure something out. So, yeah.
Sure you will.
Yeah. I'll figure something. Anyway. Yeah, that's mine. Looks a mess at the minute, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Steve says, "Thanks everyone, and extra hugs to John." Aw. Here it says, "Many thanks and take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the day." You too, Kieran.
Cheers, Kieran.
Bye. So, gentlemen, say your byes.
Where's your head, Mikey?
Where's my head?
Yes, come on.
It's
You
gone.
always make me do the
Off
thingy.
with his head.
There he is. There he is. Yes, so it is goodbye, but we will be back sooner.
Yes, we'll be back on Monday at
Monday,
2 p.m. UK time.
2 p.m. UK time.
Yes.
And,
where you'll be able to join us, because what we're going to do is we're going to put the link to join the live chat or live stream in the chat, so you can join in.
Yeah. So
and you can talk to us and make a model.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, hopefully my oils are dry. There you go.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
It's a fun
Thank you very
session.
much.
Thank you, everyone, for being part of the show with the comments and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. It really,
Yeah.
we'd be doing this by ourselves, but I very much enjoy everyone's company here. So
Yeah.
thank you and support.
So
Brilliant.
see you all next week, guys. I'll
Take it
see
easy.
you tomorrow because I've got a live tomorrow morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've got your
I've got a
your
live with
stuff.
Steph tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a busy man.
That'll be fun.
We'll be back on Monday.
Yes. 3 veterans will be back on Monday.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Oh, okay. Right. Bye, everyone.